Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. John Oda, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I'm going to focus on the doctor's corner, parents and teen stuff. Right? I've been doing a lot of stuff about that, like on my Instagram. If you want to know, it's Dr. John Oda, Dr. John Oda, DRGHNODA. Doing a lot of stuff on that, and here's one of my things that I'm actually gonna focus on today. Is it okay to be your child friend? Meaning your preteen or teen. And I think that has been my focus through the last couple of times. I've been hearing friends of mine, parents, my same age, pastors, so many people explaining that this teach the kids how to have a friend. Now, I'm a little bit confused about that, right? Because the job is to be your kid parent, or to be a mother, to be a father, and not to be their friend. So there's a fine line between friendship and being friendly. So imagine you have a friend, right? You know, all you guys have friends out there? If so, raise your hand. Come on, raise your hand. Okay, I know I'm a little crazy, right? Raise your hand. Right? You have friends, right? Now, could you imagine treating your child the same way you treat your friend? How weird would that be? How strange would that be? Would that teach your kid anything? Imagine you tell your child who's a preteen or teen everything what's going on about your life with your husband or hanging out or whatever you tell her. Do you think that's going to make your child grow? I'm curious about that. Think about it. Yes or no? Think about it. If you drive in, put down yes, put down no, put inside you, but think about it. So I grew up a little bit differently, so let me give you background. So I grew up in a family of 10. I'm number 8 of 10. So I have, we're 20 years of kids, to be truly honest with you. Big old Catholic family in Michigan City, Indiana. I went to private schools. And of course, I had my challenges growing up, stuttering challenges. By the grace of God, I overcame that. Self-esteem, confidence, the whole 9 yards, right? So a lot of what these kids face, I faced. Luckily, I just had strong parents to help me guide myself through. And of course, they believe in God. So that was really a plus, right? But growing up, my parents was never my friend. Never. At all. And I'm happy. They were friendly to me. And that's a big difference. See, if you are your kids' friends, you're not going to teach them anything. You're not going to give them any consequences. So what's going to take place is these kids are going to think that they can be around grown folks. When I was a kid, you don't be around grown folks. You go in a different room. These kids of today is a little bit different. Right? So, but it's strange. Here's a goal, is to be friendly to your child. Friendly means that, you can talk to them, you can bond with them, you can connect with them. They can trust you. But you teach them something. You give them consequences. You make them to be a young man or a young woman. So when you're gone, they can move forward and model what you actually done for them. If not, what are you going to teach them? If not, how are they going to grow? So I want you to imagine a clock that you have. And I'm going to break down how most families are, right? So we have the 12, we have the 3, and we have the 6. Imagine the clock, 12, 3, and 6. Now, in most functional families, at the 12 is the parents and they're the leaders. Right? But in most cases that I work with, or parents and teens that I work with who come to me, especially back in the day, the kids was the leaders. The parents was the friend, that's number 3 on the clock. Or 6, they're the joker. Now think about this in your household. What are you? Are you the leader of the household? Are you the friend of the household, or are you the joker? Now, and here's the challenging thing about it, and really the sad thing. When you become the friend or the joker of your own house, it's like it's so hard to get back to leadership. Could you do it? Absolutely, you can. Maybe 10% of the people can actually do that. 90% is going to fail, right? I've seen a lot of people say, well, then I can get it back. I can show tough love. So here it goes about tough love. You really can. You got to be tough, but you still have to love them. That's the key, is loving them. So the question that I have for you guys, now think about this. What are you in your family? Are you the leadership, the friend, or the joker? Now let me tell you, if you have to walk on eggshells, or you don't know what's going on with your kid, or your nerves no communication, or the kid may have a temper tantrum, or the kid cuss you out, which is rare, but I do see, you're not the leader. They are. If you're scared to be around them, or you're scared that they might get violent, or they might whatever, you're not the leader. You're the friend or the joker. So, I'm going to make this one short and sweet, but the question that I have is for you. And I want you to comment or think about it or write me about it, right? Should a parent, an aunt, a foster parent, or whatever, a guardian, should a guardian be their preteen or their teen friend? And think about this even a little bit more deeper. If you are their friend, what values are you going to give them? Can you imagine being a little buddy friend, telling them everything that's taking place, and you just, oh my God, this is my friend, you're just my friend. But what are you going to teach them? Are you going to have them function as a human? And I got another question. Let's backwards. Erase that one I just said. If you become their friend, how are they going to treat the rest of the adults? See, when I was a kid, I saw an adult as being, especially the ones who I hung out with. I mean, they're like parents, so they're not my friends. I was friendly to them. I was respectful. I called them Mr. and Mrs. or Doctor or whatever that they were, right? That's what I called them. I meet these kids today. They want to call me freaking John. Excuse me? I get on them and say, no, listen to me. We're not friends. My name is Dr. Oda. That's what you call me. You don't call me John. But these kids have so much entitlement, so much privilege, and the parents don't get on them. They call their friends John. I remember growing up, I used to call my friends Mr. Baker or Mr. Mitchell, always Mr. Or if they're a doctor, Dr. Phillips, or whatever, right? Why? Respect. Now think about this, guys. When you're preteen or teen, when your teenager kid come, most of the times, not all, I say about maybe a 40-60, they do this. They call you by your first name. And here's the sad thing about it. Most parents will not correct them on that because they want to be cool. They want these kids to be in their friends. No, I check them up front. You don't call me John. You call me Dr. Oda. Unless there's a big deal. Unless we're at the gym, it doesn't make a difference because the gym's a gym, right? But if you're coming by my house and you're seeing, my niece or my nephew or whatever, right? You're not going to call me by my first name. We're not friends. And I think that's one of the biggest sticklers that I have. So here goes. Think about what I said, right? And think about where you're at. And then we can go from there. All right, guys, listen to me. I love to chat with you guys. You guys are amazing, right? So let me explain a little bit about me before I hang up. If you need anything, please contact me about a show that you want me to give. I'm more than happy to do some research and do one. My website for my team as well as my business is drjohnoda.com. So this month we're doing a special. Well, this whole summer we're doing a special. No summertime's coming up. Parents are getting actually a little bit weary of what's taking place. We're going to start doing seminars and workshops based on what's going on. And what I'm doing is any behavior challenge that your kid had, as well as parents, right? Or you want to actually connect with your teen a whole lot better. I am given a program. You can follow me and we can talk more about it. But in a nutshell, what it's going to do is I'll take any family for 3 months, right? And I'll change them around. The behavior, the whole 9 yards. Because the biggest thing about it is you want your kids to function as a human. You want your kids to go to college or whatever takes place, but the parents also need some enhancement skills to know how to work with Johnny. A lot of parents say, well, this is my son, he should love me. No, if you don't gain rapport with them or any strategies or anything like this, it's not going to work, right? So it's going to be a 3 months intensive program. Most of it's going to be on live. If you're in the Irvine area, of course, it'd be live as well, right? The number one outcome is to teach a lot of parents how to have their kids function as a human, because I went through a lot of the stuff as well. I went through the stuttering and the no confidence and the poor grades and everything else. I worked on John so much that I created a science based on how to actually help parents right now. And that has been my passion. I've been doing this since 1987. Jeez. Wrote a book back in 2006 called Connecting with Your Teen. The book is revised, but is going to teach you guys skills and strategies to actually change the quality of your life. Anyway, guys, I can talk forever. I'll put some more about this, but until next time, take care, guys. God bless. Bye for now.